Here we have a laptop that we have not worked on before. This one is the origin laptop, and it came in for no power. It was mailed in for no power. I asked Big Boss to remove the back cover so I can take a quick look and see what's going on. So the back cover is out, and just like Asus laptops, I do see two DC power MOSFETs right next to the charging port. So we're gonna measure here and see if we can figure out what's going on, or if we have a short on the drain of the MOSFET, just like we do with Asus laptops. Meter in diode mode. And if we check, I do not know what drain to check. I have not worked with this before, but let's check this one. Look at this. We have a short circuit. Wow. Exactly the same as an Asus laptop. We have a short circuit on drain. And we have 0.4 voltage drop on the drain of this MOSFET. What do we do when we have a short circuit on the drain of the DC MOSFET? We're going to inject voltage. We're going to inject about 1.4 volts right over here. And we're going to monitor the board under a thermal camera and see what gets hot. All right, so let's inject voltage at the shorted area of the MOSFET. Oh, we see something getting hot nearby. Right over here. What's this? A diode. What? Let's try this one more time. See, I'm injecting voltage right here on the drain of the MOSFET, right here. And something is getting hot right here. One more time. And that's a diode. So maybe we have a faulty diode. Just as in the 3.5-inch hard drives. A lot of times, the protection diode blows out. I think we got it. We cannot be 100% sure. But what we're going to do is remove the diode, and then we're going to test to see if we still have a short. And now we can test to see if we still have a short. If not, then our problem is fixed. We can find a similar diode from a donor board, replace it, and we should be all good. And look at this, we do not have a short anymore. We have ground here, and we do not have a short here. Before, this pad was short into ground, and it was causing the MOSFET to short to ground also. Done. The problem is fixed. Right now the question is, where do we get a similar diode from? I have a donor board here, and we should be able to use this diode right there. Let's use the help of hot air. It's a big diode, and I have small hot tweezers tips. I do have a bigger one, but I do not want to switch tips right now. We're going to apply leaded solder. Very nice. Meter in diode mode, and we're gonna measure at the drain. Awesome. We have 0.6 instead of a short. 0.6, and we have a ground, of course. And the laptop should work. The laptop should work. I do not know if the battery is charged or if we need to plug in a charger. Customer did not mail over the charger with the laptop. Let me give it to Big Boss to install the keyboard, and maybe he can install the fans, and I'll be back to finish the video. Let's check on Big Boss. What?
Very good.
Wow. Fixed. Fixed. Big Boss is the man. Big Boss is honestly the boss of all bosses. I always mention it. Is it already closed? I left him 5 minutes, and look at this. He put the fans back, he put the screws back, he put the back cover, he turned it on, and he was just waiting for me to come and check. Amazing. Amazing job. Great end of the day repair. It's already dark, or getting dark, and we're done. Big Boss is going home right now. In what? In 1 minute. He leaves at 5, and I still have a couple of more repairs to do for the day, and then I'll go home. Awesome job. We did it. I never worked on that laptop before, but we fixed it in less than 5 minutes. Before I end the video, let's work on a hard drive motherboard that we got in a while back. I had to order a donor motherboard for the customer. Let's go over it and show you what's going on. Now the customer mailed over the motherboard only. He did not mail over the whole hard drive. And look at this. The connector, USB connector, is totally broken off the board. The board is totally broken off. I told the customer there's nothing that we can do with this board. We cannot fix the broken board, but we have to locate and purchase a similar board in order to fix it. And then we're going to transfer over the firmware from his board, and the firmware chip should be right there. We're going to transfer over the chip from here to the donor board that we got. And we actually had to order the donor board from China. I could not locate one in the US, so I had to order it from China and wait about 4 weeks or maybe 6 weeks. The replacement board that we bought is right here. And look at the connector. That's the connector that was broken off the customer's board. You see? What we're going to do is remove the firmware chip from the customer's board and place it on this replacement board, and then we can invoice and mail this back to the customer. Let's do it, and then we can end the video. I'm going to label the customer's chip with the marker, silver marker. A channel by the name of Thrifty Toolshed. He's the one that mailed us those silver pens. I love him. He mailed the whole package. You can check out his channel at Thrifty Toolshed. Let's go ahead and remove the chip. Maybe we can start with the donor board or the replacement board. We can remove the chip using low melt solder, or we can just apply heat and remove the chip. Let's remove the chip. We do not need this one. So we're going to remove and throw it out. The customer was starting to run out of patience, and I told him it's going to take a few weeks to get that board, and we got it. I mean, if that customer was not patient, I would have sent that board back unfixed. What good will that do him? Nothing. No good. So patience does pay. To all customers that have items in our shop, patience pays. And we're done. Better than factory. Right? Some viewers who clearly do not know what they're talking about, they tell me, how can it be better than factory? Of course the factory is better. Just work with me. Work with me. How can this not be better than factory? How? How can it not be better than factory? Just tell me. And if I want to do extra work, just because I have a lot of time on my hands, we can apply some flux and we can touch up on the pins. Of course, that's very useful for those with a lot of time on their hands. And to save the world from complaints, let's go ahead and touch up on the pins. Even though we do not have to. But just because I'm such a nice guy. That's why. Good. Now is it better than factory? Still no? Get out of here. Nobody can hear you anyway. And amazing. And we're gonna keep that silver dot on the chip for the customer as a souvenir. Now we're gonna end the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and we'll do something else in the next video.